Hello, dear students. Let us see some GATE questions asked on relational algebra. In the past videos, we have seen various operations that can be done in this kind of algebra, like we have seen join operation. This question was asked in GATE 1999. Consider the join of a relation R with relation S. So there are two tables, R and S, and it is given that R has m tuples. That means there are m rows in R and S has n tuples. There are n rows in S. Then maximum and minimum sizes of the join respectively are. So if you join these two tables, R and S, what will be the maximum rows that will be possible in the join and minimum rows? Now you always remember that whenever you join two tables, there is some condition. Maybe equijoin has equal condition, theta join has any condition like greater than, less than, not equal to, whatever. But this entire operation can be summed up as: first find cross product of R and S, and then run a select using that predicate, that is condition. So from R cross S, only those rows will be filtered out which pass this condition. So how many rows maximum are possible and minimum are possible? From the past videos, I hope you have seen all those videos. If R contains m rows and S contains n rows, then the total size of R cross S is going to be m cross n rows. Yes, this is sure because every row of R is joined with every row of S in R cross S. But then further, we don't show the entire R cross S, isn't it? We always run a condition using select, and only those rows which pass the condition are shown in the output. So how many of this m cross n rows? Remember, there are m cross n, m into n rows in this R cross S. How many maximum rows can be shown? Yes, the maximum rows possible is m into n, that is this figure, and the minimum possible is 0. So B is the answer. Let's try to prove it. Let us say that we have got two tables, R1 and R2. Just check. The two tables given are R1 and R2, and we have taken any arbitrary rows in R1 and R2. R1 has two columns, A and B, and R2 has two columns, C and D. Now notice R1 has 3 rows and R2 has only 2 rows. So M is 3 here and N is 2. Now we purposely think of a join as follows. R1 is joined with R2. Check this operation such that R1 dot B, that means this B column, should not be equal to R2 dot C, that means this column. So in the join result, wherever B does not match C, those rows must be shown in the result. Now come on, you know the join operation very well. What will happen is the first row of R1 will be actually joined with all the rows of R2. But then we are interested in finding the rows where value of B does not match value of C. And it does not match with 8, it does not match with 9, it does not match with any of the values of C in R2. That means these two rows will be shown in the result, isn't it? 1, 2, 8, 10, agreed, and 1, 2, 9, 11. These are the values of A, B, C, D. So two rows have been already selected. What will happen next? I hope you have understood by now. This second row will also be joined with these two rows. But then we are running a condition. The condition is B should not be equal to C. Only then those rows will be shown. And obviously 4 here is not equal to 8. and 4 is not equal to 9, B is not equal to C. So 3, 4 will be shown as follows: 3, 4, 8, 10, and 3, 4, 9, 11. Same thing will happen for the next row also. R1's row 5, 6, when joined with these two rows, you can see that the value of B here neither matches with the value of C as 8 and value of C as 9. So the condition is true, not equal to. Not equal to is the operator that we are checking on. So hence, the output shown here will be 5, 6, 8, 10, and 5, 6, 9, 11. You can see that all the result, the entire result of R1 cross R2, that's the point. When you find R1 cross R2, there will be 6 rows, and all 6 rows pass the result B should not be equal to C, and B was never equal to C in the entire R1 cross R2. Hence we come to a conclusion that maximum rows possible are m into n, that is 3 into 2, exactly 6 rows. I hope you got the point. What about minimum rows? Talk about the same table R1 and R2. Trust me, I have taken the same value, absolutely same values under R1 and R2 that we were looking on in the previous slide. In the previous slide, whatever rows I took, I have taken the same rows over here. Now the join over here is, what if we join R1 with R2 and we say that we want only those rows where B is equal to C? Now you watch, when 1, 2 will be joined with 8, 10, and 9, 11, this B, R1B, does not match with any of the values of C. So no result. Again, when 3, 4 is joined with 8, 10, and 9, 11, this 4, that is value of B, does not match with any of the values of C. And the same thing happens with 5, 6. That means in the worst case, I am saying, in the worst case, nothing matches, then 0 rows. Hence, the answer to this question asked in GATE 1999 is B. Thank you very much.